Hi everybody, this is the FASTtrack 2 Team 1 Week 2. Now if we look at the schedule here, this is in the main folder and the team folder. We're in Week 2 here, and the blue milestones are the milestones we're going to be focused on. So we're going to be looking at the lean stack, the product management system, kind of getting our MVP put together, the launch, and we're going to spend a lot of time on launch over the next few weeks. And then this week, really focused on AngelList, trying to make sure that we've got all the right things put together with AngelList. So let's go back to the PowerPoint here. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the lean stack. So we dealt with this a little bit last week, and I had you guys go through the overview video. We're going to focus this week on this section right here, building out the success metrics. And essentially what we're going to do is Casey's going to work with each one of you and figure out, when you guys are ready to scale at the end of the year, where do you want to end up being? Every business model is a little bit different. If you're doing, a system which is very user-oriented, you're liable to have millions of users. If you're doing something that's a paid model, you could have thousands of users and still be very successful. So what we're looking for is, what is it that your model is going to look for? Then what you're going to do is at a product market fit at scale. So when we were actually done with scaling, what would that look like? Then what we're going to do is, at product market fit, we should be just at about 10% of that. And at product launch fit, we should be at about 10% of that. So what we're going to try to do is come to those numbers and start building that trajectory out. So we'll go over this a lot tomorrow, and we'll also be talking a little bit about key objectives. We'll spend most of our time tomorrow going through this effort. This week we're also going to start doing our weighted roadmap. So last week we started working on our feature stories. This week we're going to put them into the roadmap, and we're going to start identifying comparables. Now this is something that could actually go out over the next month or two. You could start finding these comparables. But it's just getting down, finding all the people, and what you're trying to identify is, what are those industry features that people have already expected from this segment. We're then going to start putting together the stuff that allows us to do our weighting. So your CTO is going to be very involved in this piece. And essentially there's a calculation that we do that's based on what the business value is, what the technical, how much technology it requires, or the technical, how hard it is, and then how long it's going to take. And we create a weighting based around that. And then we're going to start putting those things into releases and sprints. Again, this whole weighted roadmap, it can branch out over the next month or two as we start going through this, because we're not going to start building until we get good validation on the landing pages. We're also going to put together updated mock-ups. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at the mock-ups we'd come up out of Discovery, and I want to look at them and I want to say, do we have the minimum feature set? The big problem we get here is we tend to have too many features. And what we want to have is a very few features with real strong value behind them. And then we're also going to do some what are called smoke test features. Smoke test features are, you put a feature in there, but it's not really there, and you click on it, people go, and you ask the customer, what is it you'd like to see here? So this is a good way for you to build out your next set of features and get people to have input on it. Innovators specifically like that a lot. And then we're going to talk a lot about A/B testing. A/B testing on both the web and then also on iPhones and Androids. The next thing we're going to do is really start focusing on our landing page. We'll be doing this for the next 4 weeks, and you guys will get really good understanding of this. I'm going to kind of walk through this high level, and we're going to hand sketch out our landing page this week, and then you're going to go through that with Casey and make sure that we're thinking through the right things here. There's some very specific things here, and you'll get it wrong. When we first get up, we'll do everything we can to predict which way it'll go, and it won't go the way we expect it. And then we'll just start tweaking until we get this thing down. We should be able to optimize at least 50% on every aspect of the funnel. We're going to talk about the landing page videos and what we want to get across here. And this is a model that you can follow for your landing page videos. And there's really 2 different things that you can do. If you're going to build a product one, this is what you end up doing. If you're going to build a team one, I'll talk to you about that as well. So there's kind of 2 different landing pages that we can do on that. So that's one of the things we'll be working on tomorrow. And then finally, we're going to make sure where we need to be on AngelList. So let's make sure that we're doing our updates. That becomes real important as we do our launch. And then let's also make sure that we've got doing our getting everything connected on the AngelList like we're supposed to. All the different things set up so that when we go through Blitz Week, we got everything put together. So I'll talk to you a lot about AngelList over the next few weeks. And AngelList is one of those things I said last time. It's something that's very gamed, and you have to understand the game or it just won't work for you. All right, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and we'll talk to you then. Have a great one. Bye-bye.